Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Digital Relativity, a tradigital marketing agency crafting holistic strategies that engage and educate customers by pairing digital and traditional advertising to grow your business. More info at digitalrelativity.com.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. Welcome to another Mountain Stage with our host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song. Well, thank you so much, and welcome once again to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. And once again, we are here without a live audience at the Culture Center in Charleston, but of course we have an audience. We have you watching there, and we have you listening at home and wherever you are, for that matter. This is a very special show because it's our 37th anniversary. And when we have these kind of shows, we like to bring on people that not only are very, very talented, we do that every week, but people who are close to us, who we think of more as family. The people that are on the show as guests today have been with us starting at least a quarter of a century ago. So the person who's been on the fewest years is 24 years, and that's Mr. Darrell Scott, who you're going to hear later on during the next hour. He's got a couple of projects I'll tell you about them. One of the most talented men ever to be on Mountain Stage. Also, a woman who is really literally like family to us here. She's from right around here, and she's, you know her from her not only being a star, but from guest hosting Mountain Stage. Kathy Mattea is here, and so we're happy to see her always. And a good friend of ours from right up the road, another West Virginia singer-songwriter from up in Parkersburg, Mr. Todd Burge is here. And I'm thinking of this now, the whole COVID time, not as something that's wasted, but kind of like your garden in the winter. This time is necessary. It looks like nothing's happening, but a lot of things are happening. And you'll find out on this show that a lot of our guests on the show are doing some very, very creative things during these last 10 months or so. Let's start out with a couple of women who have been with us before as a duo, but they've also been with us separately. They're mother and daughter, Suzzy Roche and Lucy Wainwright Roche. And of course, Suzzy has been on Mountain Stage starting in 1990 with the Roches, and then with Maggie, and as a solo artist too. And then, of course, with Lucy, and Lucy Wainwright Roche has been on by herself and with her mother, Suzzy, and with her father, Loudon Wainwright III. But they started making duo albums a little while ago, and they've just made their third one. It's called I Can Still Hear You. They plan to be here with us on the stage, but as often happens during this time, they weren't able to travel. So, let me introduce live from the Mountain Stage in New York City, Suzzy Roche and Lucy Wainwright Roche.
Thanks, Larry, and greetings from New York City. I'm Lucy Wainwright Roche.
Oh, and I'm her mother, Suzzy.
We were hoping to make the drive down to Charleston today to be with you guys in person, but
well, it's 2020.
So nothing is going as planned, but we're delighted to be a part of this show today.
Happy 37th anniversary to everyone at Mountain Stage. We have so many great memories of singing on the show, and there's nothing quite like driving through the mountains of West Virginia.
Yeah, so today we're going to sing some songs to you from our new album that we managed somehow to finish amidst the pandemic while we were stuck at home.
Yeah, and this is the title track of the album, and it's called I Can Still Hear You.
And this is a song that I wrote during the shutdown in New York when everything was silent and the only things that you could hear really were sirens, and then at the days were quiet and nothing was going on, and then at 7 p.m. everyone would throw open their windows and clap for the essential workers. And so I was working on this song during that time. And this is I Can Still Hear You. Are you ready?
Sure.
Remember the words or the parts that you saved, or carousel horses or Alvin summer babes, or off in the distance. Remember me too, 'cause I can still hear you. From all of the people below and above, to all of the things we need to be careful of. From there was a near miss to where do I sign this? I can still hear you. We're under the many, we're over the one. Surprised to discover that we're standing next to none. Around and around now, it's just up and down now. I can still hear you. Between a few wild rides, surrounded on all sides, I can still hear you. I can still hear you.
All right. So this next song is one of the covers on the record.
Yeah, and it has actually two titles, Talking Like You and Two Tall Mountains.
And it's written by Connie Converse, a great songwriter who was writing songs in the 1950s. Are you ready?
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4. In between two tall mountains, there's a place they call lonesome. Don't know why they call it lonesome. I'm never lonesome when I go there.
See that bird sitting on my windowsill? Well, he's saying whippoorwill all the night through. See that brook running by my kitchen door? Well, it couldn't talk no more if it was you. Up that tree, there's sort of a squirrel thing. Sounds just like we did when we were quarreling. In the yard, I keep a pig or two. They drop in for dinner like you used to do. I don't stand in the need of company with everything I see, talking like you. sort of a squirrel thing. Sounds just like we did when we were quarreling. You may think you left me all alone, but I can hear you talk without a telephone. I don't stand in the need of company with everything I see, talking like you. See that bird sitting on my windowsill? Well, he's saying whippoorwill all the night through. Just whippoorwill all the night through. In between two tall mountains, there's a place they call lonesome. Don't know why they call it lonesome. I'm never lonesome when I go there.
All right. Okay, so the next one is called Ruins. And I guess you could say it's a fable about a little boy and an old lady. Okay, here we go.
A boy was on his way to school, a place he didn't want to go. He lagged behind his brother and his brother's best friend. The boy passed by an apple tree, stopped at the garden bed. Flower faces stared at him, yellow, purple, black, and red. I don't want to ruin anything. I don't want to ruin anything. He lifted up his leg and boot and stomped upon the roses. Next he took the pansies out, crushed their eyes and noses. I asked my mama yesterday, I asked my daddy too, why is a human heart so mean to do the things that we do? I don't want to ruin anything. I don't want to ruin anything. Later on comes a lady with a dog, a spade and a rake. She sat down and cried. Everything I planted has died, but I took my chances each time I planted my whole life through. 'Cause what else can you do? She sat down by the apple tree. The sun moved through the sky. At 3 o'clock, the boy came back to see what he'd done and why. I asked my mama yesterday, I asked my daddy too, why is a human heart so mean to do the things that we do? I don't want to ruin anything. I don't want to ruin anything. I don't want to ruin anything.
So the next song we're going to do is called Swan Duck Song, but if you want to picture it, it's swan with a strike through it, duck song, if that makes sense. Like the swan is crossed out.
Yeah, that's because I thought I was going to write a song called Swan Song, but actually it quickly became apparent that it was really a duck song. So this is Swan Duck Song.
You'll see what we mean.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I went to the pond today looking for the swan, but the swan had turned into a duck. Tough case, bad luck. What happened to the long smooth neck, elegance and grace? Bad case of duck face. Couple of feathers strewn across the grass. The duck looked up at me, afraid to ask what happened to me. I fumbled for the words to say, well, something had to give. It's what happens when you live. Feathers come and feathers go. There's one thing you should know: birds of a feather together flow. From now on, no swan will be your friend. There'll be plenty of ducks around the bend, but only when you swim the muddy water with your 2 duck feet. Your strange new heart doesn't even recognize its beat. Ba 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 ba, 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 ba 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 ba. Months went by before I went back looking for the duck, but the duck wasn't in the muck. There was no quack back, no more duck. I turned my eyes up to the sky. I thought I heard the song of a tiny bird singing good luck. The duck said, look at me, guess now I'm a hummingbird. You never really know what's next, on that I'll put my word. Remember when I swam the muddy water with my 2 duck feet. My strange new heart didn't even recognize its beat. Ba 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 ba, 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 ba 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 ba.
Oh, well, it's holiday time, and so we thought we'd throw in a Christmas carol. I know some people don't care much for Christmas carols, but...
Well, if you don't like Christmas carols, don't worry, because this one is really short.
as we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyful strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyful strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song? Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
This is one of my favorite songs on our new record, and my mom wrote it, and I was really lucky to get to sing most of it, and I have it in my head all the time. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, it kind of came to me shortly after my sister Maggie passed away, and I was just walking around the neighborhood. You know, she lived only a few blocks from me, and I just started singing this song, and I really felt like she was singing it to me just to let me know that she was okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think I am a soul. I think I am a soul. The same old soul I've always been. The soul that I am never felt innocent. The soul that I am you can see through if you care to take a peek. Just to go. Never meant to go astray, floating around 14th Street every day. Shopping for tomatoes, stopping at the light. No one even knows me. Still I turned out all right. I think I am a soul. Who knows? I heard that souls can roam the universe. The soul that I am, well, it could have been worse. The soul that I am gets lonesome like a million others. Just to go. Never meant to go astray. You get your set of cards and you play. I think I am a soul. Lord knows. Can't you shine your ever-loving light on me? The soul that I am begs for mercy. The soul that astray, floating around 14th Street every day.
Okay, so this next song is one that probably everybody's going to recognize.
Yeah, it's one of the great songs by the amazing Joe Raposo, who wrote it for Kermit the Frog.
It's not that easy being green, having to spend each day the color of the leaves. When I think it could be nicer being red or yellow or gold, or something much more colorful like that. It's not that easy being green. Seems you blend in with so many other ordinary things, and people tend to pass you by, 'cause you're not standing out like flashy sparkles in the water or stars in the sky. But green's the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like, and green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it could make you wonder why. But why wonder, why wonder? I am green and it'll do fine. It's beautiful and I think it's what I wanna be. Green's the color of spring, and green can be cool and friendly like, and green can be big like an ocean, or important like a mountain, or tall like a tree. When green is all there is to be, it could make you wonder why. But why wonder, why wonder? I am green and it'll do fine. It's beautiful and I think it's what I wanna be.
Being green.
Well, we're just going to do one more song for you today, but first we just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone at Mountain Stage. It's always such a pleasure to come and get to do the show in person, and we're happy that we got a chance to beam in from New York and say hi to all of you in the audience and all of you at Mountain Stage. We miss you, and it's really nice to be a part of this show today.
Yeah, and even though we couldn't be with you in person, our hearts are with you and with everyone who's listening. So this very last song is a traditional Irish song called Factory Girl. Thanks.
Bye.
As I went out walking one fine summer's morning, the birds in the branches, they did gaily sing. The lads and the lasses together were sporting, going down to the factory. There were angel, far fairer than any. Her cheeks like the red rose that none could excel. Her skin like a lily that grows in yon valley. She's my own Bonnie Annie, my fat glory girl. I stepped it up to her, just thinking to view her, but at me she cast a proud look of disdain, saying, "Stand off me, young man, and do not insult me. For although I am poor, sure I think it no shame. It's not to insult you, fair maid, I adore thee. I pray grant thee one favor, it's where do you dwell? Kind sir, forgive me, it's now I must leave you, for I hear the dumb sound of the factory bell. Now love is a thing that does rule every nation. Good morning, kind sir, and I hope you do well. My friends and relations would all frown upon it. Besides, I'm a hard-working factory girl. Oh, it's true, I do love her, but now she won't have me. For her sake I'll wander through valley and dell, and for her sake I'll wander where no one can find me. I'll die for the sake of my factory
Suzzy Roche and Lucy Wainwright Roche, right there. Their latest duo CD is called I Can Still Hear You. That sound that the Roches always had is really carrying on with this mother and daughter duet, the kind of a harmony that you only get from people that are related in that way. And of course, the wonderful sense of humor and the wonderful just sense of songwriting and creativity. So great to have them join us on our 37th anniversary. Suzzy Roche and Lucy Wainwright Roche. It's time now for the Mountain Stage Band and Julie Adams. And to keep it all in the family, Julie has chosen a song that was co-written by Ron Soule, the leader of the Mountain Stage Band, who's up there on the acoustic guitar. He wrote this along with John Wickstrom. Our usual folks are here. Bob Thompson is over on the piano. Ahmed Solomon is our drummer. Steve Hill plays the bass. Michael Lipton is on lead electric guitar today. And we have a special guest, another man who we think of as family around here, Mr. Johnny Stats, one of the great mandolin players in the world. Please welcome, if you would, Julie Adams.
Our lives flash by in the blink of an eye. This moment now is all we've got. While the song you hear still whispers in your ear, dance till the music stops. All the love we make, the joy we give and take, our smiles and sighs, and each teardrop, fleeting moments sound until we disappear. Dance till the music stops. Feel the beat, move your feet, twirl and twist and shout. Let it go, enjoy the show. Don't sit this one out. Oh, feel the beat, move your feet, twirl and twist and shout. Let it go, enjoy the show. Don't sit this one out. Live your secret wish, fill your bucket list, make the world that fills your thoughts. While the flame still burns, while it's still our turn, dance till the music stops. While the spirit yearns, while it's still our turn, dance till the music stops. Oh, dance till the music stops. Dance till the music stops.
Julie Adams, the Mountain Stage Band right there with Dance Till the Music Stops, written by the Mountain Stage Band leader, Ron Soule, along with John Wickstrom. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Remember, if you missed a part of Mountain Stage or you just want to hear something again, you can always visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org. Each of our podcasts includes songs we don't have time to fit on the radio, as well as our complete finale song. If you'll do us a favor, take a moment to subscribe and leave a review wherever it is you listen to your podcasts. Well, as I mentioned there at the beginning, our next guest is also a person who's been with us many, many times on the Mountain Stage. Started coming here in 1991. He's from right up the road from Charleston in Parkersburg, West Virginia, Wood County, West Virginia. And he's a rare species here because for 25 years he's made his living as a singer-songwriter working out of West Virginia. And believe me, that is a mighty, mighty challenge. During this year, as I said, all of our folks have not been just sitting around doing nothing. Todd has actually had 4 releases this year. The main one is called Live in Parkersburg. It's a concert he did last year on his birthday. He always does a concert on his birthday. He's releasing that. And some other things. One is an ongoing project called It's My First Pandemic. You can go to his website, toddburge.com, and find out all about it. He's certainly one of our favorites. I think the band's going to join him on some of the tunes, but he's going to do some, I'm sure, by himself. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Todd Burge.
I'll never make it out of here alive, but I kick and scream and fool myself with the lie that I'll survive, but I'll never make it out of here alive. I look for some distraction to lift me up above the real action. The good times combined make up a small fraction of what's really real with this living deal. I'll never make it out of here alive, but I kick and scream and fool myself with the lie that I'll survive, but I'll never make it out of here alive. Ooh, boo, doo, 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 doo. Ooh, boo, doo, 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 doo. Where the wool's been pulled over my eyes, a sheepish grin's been setting in. Truth be told, no one ever really knows what will begin after we're old. I'll never make it out of here alive, but I'll kick and scream and fool myself with the lie that I'll survive, but I'll never make it out of here. I'll never make it out. I'll never make it out. Oh, thank you very much. Well, it's so great to be here. Happy anniversary to Mountain Stage. It's an honor to be here. This song is a traditional number. It's maybe 150 years old. It was written during a time when men who were leaders and in power, they were kind of corrupt and lied to people that followed them. So, anyway. Come all you old-time cowboys and listen to my song. I assure you won't grow weary as I won't detain you long. Concerning some wild cowboys who did agree to go and spend the summer pleasant on the range of the buffalo. Well, I found myself in Griffin in 1883 when a man by the name of Crago came walking up to me. He said, "How do you do, young fella? How would you like to go and spend the summer pleasant on the range of the buffalo?" Well, me being out of work right then to the drover I did say, heading out on the buffalo range depends upon the pay. And if you pay good wages and transportation true to and fro, I think I might go with you on the range of the buffalo. Well, he said, "Of course I pay good wages and transportation too, if you agree to work with me until the season's through. But if you do get homesick and try to run away, you'll lose your life and your family won't ever see your pay." Now with all this flattering talking, he signed up quite a crew, some 10 or 12 in number, able-bodied through and through. And our trip, it was a pleasant one all through New Mexico, until we crossed the Pease River on the range of the buffalo. It was there our pleasures ended and our troubles all begun. The lightning striking on us made the cattle run. We got all full of stickers from the cactus that did grow, and those bandits waited to pick us off in the hills of Mexico. Well, the working season ended, but the drover did not pay. He said, "You drank up all your money, boys, and you're all in debt to me." But us cowboys never cared for his corrupt, bankrupt tone. So we left that bastard's bones to bleach on the range of the buffalo. Hey, thank you very much. Deep in the valley, 80 miles from our home, sits a family cabin with 12 beds and a buck stove. There's a deer head on the wall beside the bear, beside the elk. They didn't see it coming, didn't know to ask for help. The freezer in the cellar holds frozen calls of the wild. Thaw it, cook it, it'll energize us all. Pap and Uncle, the cousins and me are locked and loaded to the T. The whole 9 yards is begging to be popped off in the trees. Rise and shine, it's killing time. When you look them in the eye, you'll see the love of this green earth and the reflection of the you that you once were back at birth. So I sit here in Pap's tree stand, making things a bit unfair. Frozen toes, runny nose, makes me wish I was back there. Back at work, bitching about my boss, having a laugh at his expense, while wishing I was in some tree, dreaming bout dropping meat, dropping meat. Bringing a band out here. Here comes the Mountain Stage Band, everybody. So I'd like to do a song off. It's my first pandemic, the album, the digital album that Larry mentioned. This is a song that kept running through my head. This is a song that I wrote 30-some years ago, and for a band that I was in, and still kind of in at times, called 63 Eyes. Have you ever been all alone and felt a sudden pull in the darkness? Your head seems to empty out and you can't claim the slightest little sharpness. You are not alone, never alone. You are not alone, never alone. Other things you gotta have, people you wanna jab, and guilt you just can't shake. These streams are in your dreams, they flow through you like troubled waters you can navigate. You are not alone, never alone. You are not alone, never alone. There are characters in your scene seeing the same things, losing the same things, tying the same news, wanting to let loose. You are not alone, never alone. You are not alone, never alone, never alone.
Thank you so much. Well, hey, in 2013, say hi to Kathy Mattea. She's going to come out here and sing. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you.
Both people in the audience seem to be loving your set.
Oh, yes. Mom and, just so in 2013, I played Pete Seeger's Clearwater Festival up in New York State, and he had his sloop boat there. They called the Clearwater. That was a moving stage. It's the goal of the sloop is to travel around as a stage and keep the waters clean. And in 2014, in January, we had a horrible spill in the Elk River here in Charleston, and all kinds of people without water. And I was imagining Pete Seeger bringing that sloop boat and up and down the Elk River, and geez, all up and down the Ohio and many other waterways, and really, Pete passed away soon after that spill, and I was really wondering what he might do, and here's a song called "Change for Clean Water."
I wonder what the natives thought as Washington rode their rivers so pristine. Been forced to follow his direction, be it hell or be it heaven, made to swim up his stream. The story is as old as the mountains tall and green, used to make a skyline of our state that once was clean. Change, change. If not at all, we'll stay the same, same, same. Change, change. We've got to break and make some change. Granddad had a can from the plant along the river on his roof. It was 1972. Issued by some man to measure how much toxin that plant had been letting loose. Now the numbers are in, they've been crunched and wadded up. They toss them in our rivers and our children drink them up. Change, change. If not at all, we'll stay the same, same, same. Change, change. We've got to break and make some change. Short-term gain has taken away everything our great state has got to gain. And when there's nothing left to lose, our kids will pack it up and simply move away. It's true what they say, mountaineers are always free in their hearts and minds, with freedom to leave. Change, change. If not at all, we'll stay the same, same, same. Change, change. We've got to break and make some change.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, everybody. Let me do just one more for you, and you know, I want to say this. So I have been coming here and performing since 1991. I feel like the new guy, but it's that ain't so. But Mountain Stage continues to be an inspiration. And really, just the mix of music that comes through here, and I can still remember as if it were just yesterday, and because it's still going on. It's 37 years. You can still tune in and listen to it. This eclectic mix every time it airs, and it's just a really valuable thing for a creative person or somebody wanting to get into music or imagining themselves on stages or performing or creating. It's a force to be reckoned with, and there's nothing like it. And once again, happy anniversary.
As long as I'm alive, I'm gonna keep up this fight. I may be wrong, I may be right, but I'll never stop the drive. I maybe need another hero, I maybe need a point to which way to go. As long as I'm alive, I'm gonna keep up this fight. As long as I feel young, gonna keep up this run. I may be burning, baby, under the sun. They put a little bit of poison on my tongue. I may be lying, yes, it's true. I'll do my talking from a telephone booth. As long as I feel young, I'm gonna keep up this run. As long as I'm still free, I'll keep on running through the trees. I'll shed my cotton for a leaf, then watch my neighbors' disbelief. I'll never watch the evening news. They can't be watched while they're watching you. As long as I'm still free, I'll keep a-running through the trees. A-running through the trees. Running through the trees.
Thank you.
From Parkersburg, West Virginia, Mr. Todd Burge. Check out his website, Todd Burge. It's BURGE.com, because there's a lot of stuff there that's a lot of fun, a lot of things offered, including some things he's done this year live in Parkersburg, and it's my first pandemic. Always great to see Todd Burge. First time that I had him on the show, I did it because I went to a club to watch him. Somebody said, this guy's pretty good, and he did a song called I'm Picking the Lock on My Own Front Door. I knew that caught me right there. I'd like to say a special hello to you if you're listening right now over WSIU, Carbondale, Illinois, or KRCU, Cape Girardeau, Missouri. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain State guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage from NPR. Welcome back to the second hour of this Mountain Stage, which is a very special one for us. It's our 37th anniversary, and you've already heard some delightful music, and you're going to hear a lot more during this hour. Coming up, Mr. Darrell Scott, one of the most talented people you'll ever hear play and sing. He'll be out and do some things, maybe off a couple of new records he's made during the pandemic. But first of all, a woman who is literally one of our family. She's been on the Mountain Stage now, I don't know, a couple of dozen times probably, and even more if you count how many times she's guest hosted this show. She's from right up the road, Charleston, here at Cross Lanes, West Virginia, and everybody knows she's one of the most loved and talented country music singers of her generation. She has the Grammys and the CMAs and the gold records to prove that, but she's always been more than that, as if that's not enough. She's always had a lot of other influences, like Celtic, folk music, bluegrass music, pop music, and as she's continued to perform and write, and not write, she's not a writer, but she's and interpret songs. She's done some wonderful things, and a lot of them have to do with right here in West Virginia. Her last CD is called Pretty Bird, and it's based on the Hazel Dickens song, but it includes a lot of other songs too. It's hard to know what Kathy's going to sing because she can sing whatever she wants to. The Mountain Stage Band is going to join her, and also Mr. Johnny Stats on the mandolin. She's brought a friend of hers from Nashville too, and during this interim, her regular guitar player, Bill Cooley, retired, so Kathy has taken this time to brush up on her guitar playing.
Oh, great.
Too.
Now the pressure's on.
now
Please
it's
good,
welcome
Larry.
back one of our favorite people, one of our favorite singers, Kathy Mattea.
Thank you. Thanks, Larry. Well, yes, Larry's right. I'm from just up the road in Cross Lanes. My hometown is named for the stoplight. And when I was growing up, we had everything you would need in your hometown. On one corner was a gas station. On one corner was a hardware store / post office. On one corner was a grocery store, and on the fourth corner was a beer joint. So we figured we pretty much had ourselves covered, and we didn't really need to leave for very much. But so I'm going to send this out to everybody in my hometown and all the way up to the edges of this state I love so much. Oh, the green rolling hills of West Virginia are the nearest thing to heaven that I know. Though the times are sad and drear and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go. My daddy said, don't ever be a miner, for a miner's grave is all you'll ever own. There's hard times everywhere, I can't find a dime to spare. These are the worst times I've ever known. But the green rolling hills of West Virginia are the nearest thing to heaven that I know. Though the times are sad and drear and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go. So I'll move away into some crowded city, in some northern factory town, you'll find me there. Though I'll leave the past behind, I'll never change my mind. These hard times are more than I can bear. But the green rolling hills of West Virginia are the nearest thing to heaven that I know. Though the times are sad and drear and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go. Oh, Johnny. Someday I'll go back to West Virginia, to those green rolling hills I loved so well. Or someday I'll go home and I know I'll right the wrong. These hard times will follow me no more. Oh, the green rolling hills of West Virginia are the nearest thing to heaven that I know. Though the times are sad and drear and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go. Though the times are sad and drear and I cannot linger here, they'll keep me and never let me go. So yes, my guitar player of 30 years, Bill, decided to retire from the road this year. And, it's been, akin to having an appendage cut off. It's like trying to play without one of my arms. But I figure if Django Reinhardt could learn to play gypsy jazz with 2 fingers, I've got 10, I can probably do okay with this. And it's pretty good to be scared to death after you've turned 60 and have something to learn and challenge yourself with. I played Wildwood Flower perfectly earlier today, of course, but that's just the way it is. And I'm happy to be learning and happy to feel like a student again. This is Eric Fry over here on the bass. I brought him with me from Nashville. And this is West Virginia's own Johnny Statz on the mandolin sitting in with us tonight. This is a Billy Ed Wheeler tune, and I did this on an album years ago called Coal, and I've since gotten to make friends with Billy Ed, and he's just an amazing person, a Renaissance man. This is a little piece of what he can do. He can make you laugh, he can make you cry, and he can tell a story. Oh, can't you see that pretty little bird singing with all his heart and soul? He's got a blood red spot on his wing, and all the rest of him's black as coal. Of all the colors I ever did see, red and black are the ones I dread. For when a man spills blood on the coal, they carry him down from the coal mines dead. Oh, fly away, you red-winged bird. Leave behind the miner's wife. She'll dream about you when you're gone. She'll dream about you all her life. Oh, can't you see that pretty little bird singing with all his heart and soul? He's got a blood red spot on his wing, and all the rest of him's black as coal. Right? All right. So we're going to bring Ron up, and Ron Soul on the guitar, and Julie Adams singing with us, and Amit playing the beautiful hand drums back there, and do a Christmas song for you. This is a Celtic song. This is a song originally written in Scots Gaelic, and was written as a gift by a priest in Aberdeen as his farewell present to his parishioners. And there's lots of English translations. Evidently, it's pretty hard to translate from Gaelic to English, but this is the most beautiful one, and I learned this from my friend Doogie McLean and my friend Sheena Wellington. My love, my treasured one, are you, my sweet and lovely son, are you. You are my love, my darling new, unworthy I of you. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your mild and gentle eyes proclaim the loving heart with which you came, a tender, helpless, tiny babe with boundless gifts of grace. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. King of kings, most holy one, God the Son, eternal one, you are my God and helpless Son, High ruler of mankind. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
All right. Well, my friend Christy, her name, she's now Christy Mullins. She used to be Christy Westmoreland, and she was my backup singer for a long time when I started. She was about the most fun person in the world, and she came over to my house after she left the road, got married, had a kid. We were having lunch one day, and she said, "What are you working on?" I said, "Oh, I'm making a Christmas album." She said, "Oh, if I was in your position, I was a singer, and I could make a Christmas album, I'd cut that song." And she started reciting lyrics to me, and all the hair on the back of my neck stood up. And she left, and I spent the afternoon on the phone trying to find the person who wrote this song, because there was no internet back then. And I wound up tracking it down. It turned out to be written by an old friend of mine named Buddy Green. And he wrote it with his friend Mark Lowry. But I always tell them they didn't write it by themselves.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will calm the storm with his hand? Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? When you've kissed your little baby, then you've kissed the face of God. Mary, did you know Mary, did you know the blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again, the lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb? Mary, did you know that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know that your baby boy will one day rule the nations? Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect lamb? This sleeping child you're holding is the great I am.
Nicely done. That was Bob Thompson playing that beautiful piano. Woo! All right. Well, I want to bring Darrell Scott out here. One of the fun things about doing Mountain Stage, after 37 years, it's about the loosest thing you can imagine. People sit in on each other's sets. Musicians meet each other. Spontaneous moments happen, and it's just really, it's a very special place. I think this show is really important, and I'm happy it's been going for 37 years. I'm happy they figured out a safe way to do it during COVID, and I hope it goes on for another 37 years. It's a pretty amazing thing. All right, this is a tune off my last album, but you'll know it. It's a classic, and I was sitting in the living room one day and rediscovered it and decided to record it, and people still wonder what it was. You'll know.
It was the 3rd of June, another sleepy, dusty Delta day. I was out chopping cotton, and my brother was baling hay. And at dinner time we stopped and we walked back to the house to eat. And Mama hollered out the back door, y'all remember to wipe your feet. Then she said, I got some news this morning from Choctaw Ridge. Today Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Papa said to Mama as he passed around the black-eyed peas, well, Billy Joe never had a lick of sense. Pass the biscuits, please. There's 5 more acres on the lower 40 I got to plow. And Mama said it was a shame about Billy Joe anyhow. Seems like nothing ever comes to no good up on Choctaw Ridge. And now Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Brother said he recollected when he and Tom and Billy Joe put a frog down my back at the Carroll County Picture Show. And wasn't I talking to him after church last Sunday night? I have another piece of apple pie, you know it just don't seem right. I saw him at the sawmill yesterday on Choctaw Ridge. And now you tell me Billy Joe's jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Mama said to me, child, what's happened to your appetite? Well, I've been cooking all morning and you haven't touched a single bite. That nice young preacher with a tail dropped by today said he'd be pleased to have dinner on Sunday. Oh, by the way, he said he saw a girl with a lot like you up on Choctaw Ridge. And she and Billy Joe was throwing something off the Tallahatchie Bridge. Well, a year's come and gone since we heard the news about Billy Joe. Brother married Becky Thompson, they bought a store in Tupelo. There was a virus going round, Papa caught it and he died last spring. And now Obama doesn't seem to want to do much of anything. And me, I spent a lot of time picking flowers up on Choctaw Ridge and drop them into the muddy water off the Tallahatchie Bridge. I drop them into the muddy water off the Tallahatchie Bridge.
That up since I learned it. Oh well, I'm worth every penny I'm paying myself. All right, so Ron and I are going to start this out, and you'll know this song. This features everybody, including Michael Lipton and Bob Thompson. It's a particularly poignant love song between a girl and her automobile. Mr. Smith had an Oldsmobile, baby blue with wild wheels. I took her home the day she was advertised. He said she leaked
when it would rain. And smiling like an aeroplane, but I knew she was a jewel in disguise. She had a 455 rocket, biggest block of life. I couldn't hardly wait just to take my turn. She was made for the straight rail. She grew up in Chevrolets. She's a rocket. She was made to burn. Well, whose junk pile piece of Chevelle is this? Did you boys come here to race or just kiss? Now don't you wanna know what I got underneath my hood? I know she might sound like she's missing, but buddy, she can teach you a lesson. Just a quarter mile and I'll smoke you good. In my 455 rocket, the kind of police drive, couldn't hardly wait just to take that turn. She was made for the straightaways. She grew up hating Chevrolets. She's a rocket. She was made to burn. Oh, Bob. Oh, Michael. Telling you I ain't ashamed. I cried when that record came. As we skinned, I thought I heard angels sing. Sounded like Taylor Swift. You know, when she was still doing country. That pop stuff I'm not so sure about, but boy, I really like that new folk album. We hit the curve and began to sail. Took out most of the safety rail. Even the cop asked me, man, what you have in that thing? Well, I had a 455 rocket, the very kind you drive. Wanna watch yourself when you take that turn. She was made for the straight ways. She grew up hate Chevrolets. She's a rocket. She was made to burn, burn. Oh, she's a rocket. She was made to burn. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you.
Kathy Mattea right there, along with the Mountain Stage Band and Eric Fry from down in Nashville. Kathy's lived in Nashville for many years now, but of course, as she said, and as I said, originally she was born just up the road, and she also went to West Virginia University. And she made her way to seek her fortune to Nashville, started making demos down there, and I'm sure one day some smart guy said, wait a minute, how come this demo singer sounds better than the artist the song is supposed to be for? And they signed her, and that was all it took. Our own Kathy Mattea. It's time for Bob Thompson to do a tune for us, and this is a good one for our 37th anniversary at this very unusual time. It's by Oscar Peterson. It's called Hymn to Freedom. Bob Thompson. Bob Thompson, Oscar Peterson tune right there. Hymn to Freedom. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. We hope sometime you'll take a look at our website, mountainstage.org. You can find links there to our podcast, and you can follow us on just about every form of social media. Of course, when we start doing shows again that have audiences, you can come and see us wherever we're going to be. You can find out where it's going to be and get tickets right there at mountainstage.org. Well, this is a special show because it's our anniversary, so we wanted to have something very special to close it out. And we've certainly done that. I mentioned earlier that our last guest is one of the most talented people ever to cross the mountain stage. He's a songwriter, written hit songs for several country artists. He's a producer, and quite a good one. But, of course, he's also a great singer and instrumentalist. As an instrumentalist, you might have heard him with Robert Plant or Zach Brown and many others. You just heard him with Kathy Mattea earlier. But Darrell Scott, this year, during the fallow time, has been very busy. He's building a studio. Maybe he's going to produce some more albums. But he did two albums during this year. In April, he released Darrell Scott Sings the Blues of Hank Williams, which is pretty self-explanatory. And then in October, he released Jaroso, which is a live album made in an old adobe church in a small town in very southern part of Colorado, right on the border of New Mexico. And it's really quite a wonderful recording made for just a select few people who were there. He's asked our band to join him on some tunes, and, you know, he can do whatever he wants. He plays piano, he plays electric and acoustic guitar, and it's so nice to have him back. Please welcome back to the mountain stage, Darrell Scott.
Listen to the rain a-falling. Can't you hear that lonesome sound? Oh, my poor old heart is breaking since my sweet love, she ain't around. Lord, I think I'll start to ramble. I've got to leave this weary town. Oh, this old world is dark and lonely since my sweet love, she ain't around. leaving. But please don't ask me where I'm bound. Oh, I can't stay any longer since my sweet love, she ain't around. Since my sweet love, I'm telling you, my sweet love ain't around. That was fun. I like to play with these guys up here. Well, I grew up on Hank Williams music in my dad's house, my father's house. Country music is all it was going to be playing, and Hank Williams was his favorite. Johnny Cash was second. After Hank passed away, it took him a while to find Cash. So I grew up on all the Hank Williams stuff, because my dad even tried to sing like Hank sometimes. And then when Johnny came along, he tried to sing like Johnny. Totally two different singers. And so here's another song that Hank Williams, he didn't write this one, but it's the only version I've ever heard of it is what Hank did on this one. It's kind of a fun thing instead of I'm so lonesome I could cry. It's kind of a funky thing. Rooting up on the fence like a floppy mule that ain't got no sense. I've been a fool about you for way too long. I've been a fool about you. Now I'm gonna get gone. Well, I'm getting sick and tired of the same old bull. Baby, right now, well, my pocket's about full. Got a fool about you for way too long. I've been a fool about you. Now I'm gonna get gone. Get gone, get gone. Fussing, we fighting like a dog, like a cat. I tell you right now, I've had enough of that. Been a fool about you for way too long. I've been a fool about you. Now I'm gonna get gone. Yeah, yeah. go lift and play now.
Well, maybe it's time for me to rearrange. I've been a fool about you for way too long. I've been a fool about you. Now I'm gonna get gone. Everybody now, everybody. I've been a fool about you. Now I'm gonna get gone. Piano time over here. Thanks, Bob, for letting me sit here. I love playing with this band. So anytime I get to play here at Mountain Stage, it's always, yes, I want to play with the house band. And right now we're going to do something. It's also off the Hank record. Hank had an alias called Luke the Drifter. And in Luke the Drifter, it was mostly recitations. There was a history of country music that has recitations where you're talking. Usually the talking is very emotional. And from what I understand with the Luke the Drifter record, MGM was his label, wouldn't let him put it out as Hank Williams. And so Hank came up with this Luke the Drifter figure and came up with songs that really kind of were sermons, in a way. And so we're going to go to church right now. Bob Thompson's going to start us off at church here. You'll meet many just like me upon life's busy street, with shoulders stooped and heads bowed low and eyes that stare in defeat. For souls that live within the past, where sorrow plays all parts, for a living death is all that's left for men with broken hearts. You have no right to be the judge, to criticize and condemn, but just think, but for the grace of God, it would be you instead of him. One careless step, one thoughtless deed, and then the misery starts. And to those who weep, death comes cheap. These men with broken hearts. Humble you should be when they come passing by. For it is written that the greatest of men never get too big to cry. Some lose faith in love and life when sorrow shoots her darts. And with hope all gone, they walk alone, these men with broken hearts. You've never walked in that man's shoes, or saw things through his eyes, or stood and watched with helpless hands while the heart inside you dies. Some were paupers, some were kings, and some were masters of the arts. But in their shame, they're all the same. These men with broken hearts. Life sometimes can be so cruel that a heart will pray for death. God, why must these living dead know pain with every breath? So help your brother along the road, no matter where he starts. For the God that made you made them too. These men with broken hearts. There we go. Thank you, Ron Soul and Michael Lipton for joining there. Of course, Bob Thompson. And so while I'm at the Bob Thompson piano, I'm just going to camp out here for a moment. And we've lost so many masters this year of song and music, and in 2020. And early on in January, we lost a fella who lived in Nashville, and I know he's been on Mountain Stage probably many, many times because he's just one of the great songwriters that we've got. And David Olney is his name, and David passed away in late January. And I was down at the festival where a bunch of us were there, you know, doing a January festival indoors in northern Florida, Panhandle. And I was across town and didn't even find out that David had passed until the following morning. And then this song just kind of overtook me. I just had to do this song. And it's, you know, remembering David Olney, the great songwriter that he is. I found out the next morning from my ex-wife the world and David Olney had lost his life. The message sure was sad, but I was not surprised. The day after David Olney died, Panhandle, Florida sure can make you cold. January northern winds will cut right through your soul. We all walked in with sorrows, looking for a place to hide. The day after David Olney died. Professor, contender, breathless beauty, fearless theater, and words that cut right through me. A gentleman, a wild man, underneath fedora hat. I will always picture him like that. I offered up a song that I hardly knew, with his poetry and passion, his rockin' wisdom passing through. Half of us were silent, and the other half just cried. The day after David Olney died. And I went to the place where he lies bowed his head to feel the ghost of Shakespeare, where they pronounced him dead. Then I smoked and toasted brilliance to the sunset tide, the day after David only died. Passion overwhelming through his stories and his songs, weeping in the back row till the last one had gone. I wish I had more time with him, is all I can say. Wish he were here with us today. So if you're traveling that old westbound out of 38 and need a song of dignity to light your way, lend an ear to a singer who never learned to lie. His last words were, I'm sorry. Why? Well, I am going to invite up to this stage, I get to sing with these two great singers, and Julie from the Mountain Stage Band, Julie Adams, and Kathy Mattea is going to join me here. We are the Alleluia Chorus tonight.
Indeed.
And a strange little story, how I started this song. I didn't write the song in the shower, but the idea started in the shower, where I looked down at my belly, and kind of for the first time, it looked like a stone, you know? And then so, you know, like, yeah, beer gut or whatever type of deal, but then I'd start thinking of the other kind, you know, stones and carrying extra weight around and what that might do to somebody. Not just about a stomach. So it started there, and the songwriter in me just went to where you're about to hear where I went. It's called There's a Stone Around My Belly. There's a stone around my belly, keeps me up at night, makes me want to feed it, makes me want to fight with the world. I've got a heart full of darkness, I got a headache full of dreams, I got a lifetime of memories. Hey, I don't know what they mean to this world. Is there a place in this world for a dreamer? If dreaming were all he could bring, would you listen to a man with a stone around his belly sing? Now, Jesus was a carpenter, this I do believe. He built his church without walls, and we brought him to his knees in this world. Now we lift our prayers to heaven, up above the smog, up above the satellites. Angels long for this world. Is there a place in this world for angels who would turn in their perfect wings just to walk down this road a lifetime and sing a song for this world? Sing a song, sing a song. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. There's a reason for the sadness, there's a reason for the song. I have reason to believe that I won't be too long for this world. 60 years, 73 if I am lucky. Take this stone and this belly to a cabin in Kentucky. Push the stone up the mountain, watch the stone roll down. Roll the stone into the pickup truck and drive it into town. In the town I check my mailbox, find a letter from a friend who has hired a private eye to find out where the hell I've been. Well, I've been out on the mountain, I've been rolling like a stone, searching this whole world over for a place to be alone. Alone to see the sunsets and to count what I have lost. Alone to read aloud Walt Whitman and to live like Robert Frost. Is there a place in this world for a dreamer? If dreaming were all he could bring, would you listen to a man with a stone around his belly sing? Sing a song for this world. Sing a song for this world. Oh, sing a song, sing a song. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Sing a song, sing a song. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Thank you, Kathy Mattea.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, Julie Adams.
Darrell Scott, right there along with Julie and Kathy Mattea, of course, and with the Mountain Stage Band earlier. You heard some tunes from both of the records that he made this year. One called Darrell Scott Sings the Blues of Hank Williams, and the other one called Horoso. And coming up in summer, Darrell's going to do something very special. maybe you can join him. Check out his website, darrellscott.com, because he's going to be on a raft trip, actually a couple of them, up on the Salmon River in Idaho. They're going to raft in the daytime, at night sit around the fire, and you'll get to be serenaded by Darrell Scott. Wow. Unbelievable. And also Greg Brown's going to be on one of those too. So, my goodness. Check that out if you love rafting and you love music, and it doesn't get any better than that. Our thanks to Darrell Scott. Our thanks to Kathy Mattea. And our thanks to Todd Burge. And in New York City, our thanks to Suzzy Roche and Lucy Wainwright Roche joining us from afar. And our thanks to the Mountain Stage Band. And our special thanks to you listening to this, wherever you are and whenever you're listening. Thank you so much, because without you, we would not have been here for 37 years. And believe me, we never forget that for 1 minute of one day. We are so grateful that you're there. And we're going to do one more song for you now. Because we can't get everybody out and do a regular finale, I'm going to do a tune that I wrote that seemed to fit this time. And I'm going to ask the Mountain Stage Band to join me, and also my wife, Sandra Gross, is going to play the viola on this. I wrote this a long time ago, and I was very, very grateful recently that Tim O'Brien recorded it on one of his recent records. It's called When the Mist Clears Away. 1, 2, 3. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Associate producers are Jeff Shirley and Vasilia Skouras. Assistant producer is John Ingram. Production manager is Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, and Patrick Stevens, with production assistants from Michael Lipton, Mary Lee, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, and Big J. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Vasilia Skouras, John Ingram, and Music in Motion Promotions. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter and Sean Williams for their generous support. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music as soon as you can, wherever you are. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. The other morning at the sunrise, when the mist was on the hills and all around, I saw a beautiful gray-haired woman on the road as I drove into town. I pulled over and I asked her if I could give her a lift on her way. She said, no thank you, I'm almost home now. I'll be alright when the mist clears away. Let the sunlight break through the darkness, and let the night turn to beautiful day. Don't let the shadows turn into mountains. You'll be alright when the mist clears away. The other evening, long past the sundown, when the neon lights are flashing in the night, I saw a young man sit on a doorstep. That man was a pitiful sight. His eyes were bloodshot, his hands were trembling. I hesitated as I thought I heard him say, I know you lose some, gotta hope you win some. He'll be alright when the mist clears away. Let the sunlight break through the darkness, and let the night turn to beautiful day. Don't let the shadow turn into mountains. You'll be alright when the mist clears away. I've been lonely, I've been angry. Sometimes I don't know just which way to turn. I've been lazy, I've been jealous. Sometimes, you know, I think I'll never learn. But deep inside me, if I listen, there's a tiny voice always seems to say, don't be mistaken, you're not forsaken. You'll be alright when the mist clears away. Let the sunlight break through the darkness, and let the night turn to beautiful day. Don't let the shadows turn into mountains. You'll be alright when the mist clears away.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.